And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. We got a crypto lined up for you today. It's an awesome crypto. We're going to learn about it. It's called INX. Insight X. So if you want to look at CoinGecko, this crypto's got like JP Morgan people that used to work at like vice president level JP Morgan and stuff. They left and then went to go work for this company here. Lots of people that used to work for the SEC. There's that. You're going to love this crypto today. It's amazing. It's something I would definitely hold on to. It's got 2 zeros and then a 3 as far as the price. This crypto is absolutely, the connections in this crypto are absolutely amazing. Insight X. Let's take a look here. I'll type it out for you. Insight X. It's also called INX. And there's the code again. We're going to learn about this one. Very, very interesting. Very well connected crypto, I'm going to tell you. Let's read the insights. Let me read off this crypto here. We got a website and stuff too. Let me find the information. Okay. The INX Digital Company Incorporated, formerly known as Valdy, V-A-L-D-Y, Valdy Investments Limited. There are so many investment brokers working for this company. You're not going to believe it. This is a Canadian holding company. Now, you know how communist Canada wants to act. That's why they don't let you get cryptos and stuff, or they make the laws so tough. They make it tough for even Caleb Brown to go into Canada because they don't want you to buy it, okay? Unless it's from them after they control it. That's how all this shit's set up. Same thing. JP Morgan, all these companies don't want you to buy it unless it's from them, okay? I want you to see that. This crypto right here, it's from the INX Digital Company. It's a holding company incorporated in British Columbia, 2018, serving as the parent entity for a group of affiliates focused on regulated digital and asset trading platforms. Is key affiliate INX Limited, incorporated in Gibraltar. So it's a Canadian company, but they got it headquartered in a country named Gibraltar. They develop and they provide technology and services for trading security tokens. Security tokens. They're all into this, you guys. I don't know if you've noticed, if you're brand new, they already know. I've told you already, 2013, 2014, Ripple Singapore, all the shit was done. They had commodities, securities, gold, silver, crypto, fiat. It was a big old trading interchange. They had it all figured out. This right here is talking about security tokens. This company has the technology and everything getting ready for security tokens. It's already a thing. People are like, well, I don't trust crypto. It's for drug dealers and all this stuff. Oh, you just got wrecked because you're behind the curve. They already have it done. I'm showing you here right now. This company develops and provides technology and services for trading security tokens and cryptocurrencies, they're combining the traditional finance markets expertise with blockchain innovation. Everybody, the old world and the new are coming together with this crypto right here. INX made history in 2020 as the first company in the world, the first company in 2020 to conduct an SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, registered initial public offering of a platform. INX1 was the name. It integrates primary and secondary trading of security tokens, cryptocurrency trading, and capital raising services. They've integrated to blockchains like Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche. It emphasizes regulatory compliance. This crypto is not a scam. This crypto is working with the regulators. That's why this crypto is a winner right here. It holds licenses from the Securities and Exchange Commission. It holds licenses from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. This is the company you want to look into because they were the first ones to conduct an SEC-registered initial public offering. The first one is right here. They also have a license in the Gibraltar Financial Services Commission, and they have a money transmitter registration in 46 United States, plus District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. In 2025, this year, INX announced its acquisition by Republic. It's an Open Deal Inc. company for up to $60 million, aiming to expand tokenized asset infrastructure. The company reported revenues of $7.3 million for 2024, with a focus on building scalable digital asset infrastructure. Let's see. INX was founded by a team with deep roots in finance, fintech, and technology. The primary founders, the board of directors, you're going to want to look at them. I'll read that off here in a second. Let's look at who started this company. I want to show you, it's very important. This crypto doesn't have necessarily the biggest companies working for them or alongside them. Why? I'm going to tell you something really interesting about this. This company doesn't have partnerships with this crypto chain or that crypto chain. You want to know why? Because this company has them working for them. I was like, when I was reading this crypto, check it out. Let me give you an example. The guy that started it, or the person that started it, they're using the name Shai Datika. S-H-Y is the first name. D-A-T-I-K-A. Shai Datika. They have over 25. This person has 25 years in finance and banking. They founded ILS Brokers, a multinational brokerage that raised $6 billion. The guy that started this company we're reading now, INX, Insight X, his other previous company, he raised $6 billion. That's not a big deal, Crypto Hulk. I could raise that any day. Okay. On planet Uranus. He also served as CEO for Foreign Exchange Manage Limited. He was a CEO of Oberus Derivatives Trade. So I want you to see what's going on. The guy that started this company, he was like the CEO of all these like trading type companies. He was like the top person there. He was a senior dealer at Bank Hapolim, and he headed the G7 spot desk. He was an independent director at Altshuler Shaham, managing $65 billion in provided flow. Well, that's not a big deal, Crypto Hulk. I manage $65 billion at my work too. Okay. Working on planet Uranus. The next person that founded the company was a chief product officer, previously a chief technology officer with a good sized background. Let's take a look here where they work. David Wield. He is the chairman and independent director of this crypto company. He founded it. David Wield founded Wield and Company. He was listen to this. What was his previous job to that? Oh, he was just the vice chairman of the NASDAQ stock exchange. He was just the vice chairman, not a big deal. Okay. He also was the president of Prudential Financial. That's not a big deal either. He was also the head of corporate finance and equity at Prudential Securities. That's not a big deal. That's why this company isn't hiring these other companies, because they got the best person from those companies to go work for them. Get it? It's fucking brilliant. He also worked for PAV Med Inc. He was an expert in capital markets and the White House, the United States White House. That's not a big deal. And the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, would have him testify before them on their behalf. Let me repeat this. The guy that started this company, well, who's the chairman and independent director, his name is David Wield. The White House and the SEC would have him testify for them in court. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. That's who's working for Insight X. Totally amazing, okay? Next, Demetra Kalagaru. That's the director of this company of INX. Former chairperson of the Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission. So there's a country called Cyprus. They're really big in crypto, actually. The person, Demetra, she used to be the chair. She used to be in charge of a country's stock exchange. That's not a big deal, huh? Whew. Extensive regulatory experience in global financial institutions, including capital market supervision and EU financial directives. This lady here was in charge of market supervision and European Union financial directives. I'm telling you what, this little tiny crypto, Insight X, I don't care if the price is 0.003. Are you hearing who's working for them? Now, let's go one more person, but I got to say something real quick. Hillary Kramer, who was she? Oh, just the co-founder of a Wall Street Journal Women in Business. Not a big deal. She's an investment analyst. She's an author and commenter on CNBC, Fox, and other high-growth investment type channels. She's only an expert, not a big deal. This other person, Nick, I can't say Thed Natty, former president, CEO of Global Equity Capital Markets at TMX Group. What did he do? Oh, he was just in charge of the Toronto Stock Exchange. That's not a big deal, Crypto Hulk. I do that every day. Okay. But where do you do it? On planet Uranus. So this other dude, Nick, is in charge of the Toronto Stock Exchange. He's the CEO of ITG Canada. He's a vice president of business development at CT Securities. They were acquired by who? TD Securities. TD. I think that's an American, like TD Price Waterhouse or something. That's a massive company right there. This dude's vice president of that. Are you starting to see a picture here? He's also working with the World Federation of Exchanges, Stock Exchange. That's not a big deal, I guess, huh? Now, the last person here is Thomas Lewis. A guy named Thomas, another guy named Lewis. They worked for 40 years in finance. They're managing director at Credit Suisse. Of course, that's not a big deal. What are we seeing in this little tiny company? We're seeing massive whales. They came from the industry. People that used to run stock exchanges for governments and shit like that work for this company. That's why they don't need to partner up with this company or that. They've got the best in the industry working for them. Brilliant move right there. I'm going to have to open up another window. on my show. I have no chat box. YT decided to get rid of my chat box here. Let me take a look. View your channel. The live stream. Let me click out of here and go into another window. Okay, we're back again. I had to flip over to another window. ED Entertainment. Hey, Hulk, can you check out Bio Protocol? I'll try to remember. Thank you very much. The tax-free Mr. Lucky getting a stiffy over here. Well, I'm sure glad we let everybody know that. I want you to see something. I want you to see something about this crypto, okay? Those were just some of the people that work for this crypto. Just some. Did you notice something? They came from the highest levels of all the businesses in the world. At least half of them, 3/4 of them, have worked for governments already. Dang, crypto. So what does all this mean? It means you're getting the best in the industry to work for this little tiny company, okay? Cyprus, Toronto, United States SEC. All these people used to be regulators, used to be senior vice presidents and stuff. They're working for this tiny little company. Well, Crypto Hulk, how can that tiny little company afford to pay them? Maybe they're getting something set up. This is what Crypto Hulk, I was talking to somebody yesterday, a $500 member. I didn't tell him the name of this crypto. I know he wants me to, but I'm not going to. You got to find out right 5 minutes before the show, buddy. What happens is he's asking me, well, if these people are all that big shotty, how do they work for a little crypto company that's worth 0.003 cents? And I'm like, because they want to be a part of something big. Because they're preparing something that's going to make them way more than their little $500,000 $1 million a year salary. Look, to hire these people, you probably have to pay them $500,000 to $1 million a year at a minimum. Okay. That's not what they want. They're trying to make 200, 300, 400 million, $1 billion, a billion with the B. They're going to work for this little company. They're going to get everything all set up. They already know about regulations. They already have all the connections in government. They are ready to go. I'm ready to go with this company. I saw this one. I'm like, oh my God, this is one you don't want to let go. If you're going to pump, dump, or whatever, I don't care, whatever. Own some of this company, okay? This is one of these things where I don't see these kinds of connections. I don't see this shit at all, okay? This is something very massive in this tiny little company. And let's keep reading on this. Crypto tech blockchain INX was set up with input from advisors and partner companies specializing in blockchain, crypto, fintech, and regulatory tech. Advisors provide strategic guidance on technologies and compliance, while companies assisted in platform development, custody, and listings. Here's somebody else that used to work. Here's an advisor. Advisory board member, chief technology officer of CASA, Crypto Custody Solutions, Bitcoin developer. You got this Elena Vranova. She's the co-founder of Satoshi Labs. She helped to build the Trezor hardware wallet. That's what she's known for, okay? Of course, that's not a big deal. Douglas Brothwick, look, all the people working for this company, it's fucking amazing. They're all like these massive big shots in the world, right? But yet the crypto is 0.003 cents. Now, logically, there's no way this little company can pay them this much unless they're paying them in crypto and they're going to dump this thing when it gets to be worth who knows how much, because there is no way a little tiny company like this has all these fucking people like that working. You can't afford that. There's no way you can afford that. So somehow there is something massive being set up in this crypto. You got to own a part of this thing. I'm telling you. Okay. You better put some kind of skin in this game, because the next guy, Douglas Borthwick, he has a background in foreign exchange. He's the former head. Listen to this. I can't believe this little fucking crypto has all these superstars working for it. Okay. This guy, Douglas, used to be the head of foreign exchange at Morgan Stanley. I'm like, what? How did these people end up working for this company? That's how I know. Hold on. I got to set off the bullshit meter.
Attention, the bullshit meter has detected major BS. Confirmed. That's definitely some bullshit.
Okay, I had to set that one off. There is no fucking way a crypto that's 0.003 has all these people working for him. But wait, there's more. There's more. Let's keep hearing this. There's somebody by the name of Alexandra Damsker. She's not a big deal. She's only an SEC regulated token offerings. She's only involved in that, okay? She's a securities lawyer with experience in the SEC regulated token offerings. She's also she just happens to be a co-founder of Bolt N, a tokenizing platform. Oh shit, we got another one. Ralph, guy named Ralphie. He's an advisory board member, and guess what? He's a former general counsel. That's the top lawyer for a crypto called T0. I've heard of T0, but that's not a big deal. What's his expertise? Regulatory compliance. This guy makes sure all the legal shit gets done right at T0 and at this company. Who are the companies involved in this crypto? BitGo. You might have heard of them. BitGo. Yes. Let's see. SICPA. Let me skip that one. McDermott, Will, and Emery law firm. Republic's involved. Oh, that crypto we went over yesterday. I think it's up 200%. Someone's sending me a message here. The DSLA went up almost 200% yesterday. Yeah, I did a show on it. I was being conservative. I said it went up 164%, or people are saying it went up 200. I just didn't want to do a hype job on yesterday's crypto. Let's look here at government. Oh, now what you want in a crypto is what this INX has. You want government involvement, okay? Just like the crypto the other day. Let's look into Insight X. Does it have government involvement? Well, it has heavily involved in setup and operations with the government. The SEC for token IPO registration and broker-dealer licensing. They're working in Gibraltar for digital asset services also. So you got the SEC in the United States. In Gibraltar, they have the Gibraltar Financial Services Commission. In Israel, they have Israel Capital Market Authority. In the United States, they have a money transmitter license in 46 states. Former what's called CYSEC chairman, Dimitra. I don't know what country that's from, but this person's a former SEC chairperson. Internal team. Okay, now they have what's called an internal team. Maya Naor, and then guy named, she led the development. But what we have here is a guy named Jonathan. Listen to what Jonathan Azarul. He is a chief blockchain officer, Jonathan. He oversaw blockchain implementations at Ethereum and Polygon. Oh, shit. He worked at Midgard Technologies. That's Israel, an Israeli company. Advisors. Let me look here. Okay. They a company, they worked with BitGo. They worked with Amazon for cloud infrastructure scaling. So Amazon Web Service, we know that Amazon Web Service is a Ripple partner. This is where they're probably getting interoperability right there. I'm absolutely positive you got XDC mixed up in this. And R3 Corda. If you got securities and stuff, you're dealing with them. Okay. Now what you could do, I haven't done this. If you want to see, what I would do is this. Ask if R3 Corda has any kind of relationship with INX, InsightX, or any of these people working for this company. I would like to kind of know that if there's some kind of connection. Because if you're dealing with securities and all that shit, you got to be dealing with R3 Corda or the Cordite Society, something kind of like that. XDC Foundation. Let me do a quick search. R3 Corda, the Cordite Society, XDC. Let me take a look here real quick. I just want to do like a little search to see. The question asks, okay, is R3 Corda. I'm looking to see if there's any connections. Okay. Given the connection. Currently looking for INX and R3 or XDC. There's probably no connection in there. Let's see. Maybe searching for partnerships or mentions of INX with R3 Corda could help. TMX Group. Yes. Oh, now hold on a second. We've got connections. We've got connections to R3 Corda in this. Cordite Society, XDC. They have to be connected. So I told you, if you're dealing with stocks and bonds, let's read some of the connections because XDC is a crypto. They have it at Caleb and Brown. XDC is a crypto that they carry at Caleb and Brown, and R3 is the company that's going to be utilizing that crypto. Let me take a look here. Yes, there are connections involving R3 Corda and the Cordite Society. The TMX Group, the Toronto Stock Exchange, which we talked about. This company mentioned in the article as the former employer of Nick Thadnati, who served as president and CEO of Global Equity Capital Markets at TMX Group, participated in Project Jasper. Oh, did he? Project Jasper. We went over that on this show. This is where they're utilizing cryptocurrency by the world's powers, the Federal Reserves of the world and stuff. A collaborative blockchain led by the Bank of Canada. Oh, really? Who was involved in this? The Bank of Canada, Payments Canada, R3. Phase 2 was in 2017, everybody. You know how long ago that was? Phase 3 happened in 2017. Project Jasper used R3 Corda to develop proofs of concept for interbank settlements, liquidity mechanisms clearing. TMX Group involvement focused on integrating securities. This right here is tied right into XDC. I'm telling you what, this little company, do not let it fool you, okay? You got XDC working with this company, and they're tied in with TMX, the Canadian government, Project Jasper, this guy named Nick. He was one of the regulators at the program. What do we got here? Nicholas Thadani, INX independent director. So he works right now at the INX Crypto, Inside X. We're going over right now. He used to work in the Canadian government. He knows all about XDC and R3 Corda. Oh, yeah, he knows all about, but got to keep it quiet. I'm telling you, this INX, okay, Inside X, these people know. We caught him. He's connected to all this R3 and XDC crypto and shit. That's all that I could find is the Nicholas Thadani, who works for right now the INX exchange. He used to work at the Toronto exchange, and he knows about their integration of XDC and all that. That's why he left. He wants to get into a little private company like this so he can make a lot of money. So we caught him. Busted. John Follett. Thank you very much. Johnny boy. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation there, buddy. Appreciate that. So that is one to keep your eye on. This little company with all these top ex-government regulators, senior vice president of global investment, this little company here, there's no way they can afford to pay all these people. There's no way they got a budget. They would have to pay all these people like shit, $5-10 million a year to work for them. If you add up there's no way. There's something going on where they all decided to leave their jobs in government, Morgan Stanley, shit like that. Their high-profile jobs with the SEC and everything. They decided to leave and go to some little company we've never heard of, right? And none of these people know what's going on with crypto, right? Okay, that's bullshit. I hit the meter. I had to hit the meter on that article. So you keep track. You watch this little company, and let's see what happens to it. Let me shuffle on to our next article here. Okay. Crazy. Let's go to the next article. Man, that's a solid. You watch. When we got this little company's getting all set up. Some of you guys that don't have a whole bunch of cash flow. This is for brand new people or somebody who's watching the free show. Like everybody is. This is a company where you don't have to put much in. Okay. This is a company where you've got the world's regulators. They're working for this little secret company, INX. And you get all these regulators working there because they're getting set up for what? Crypto regulations that are coming. These people are not stupid. This little crypto company we're talking about now, Inside X, doesn't need to have all these major partnerships with banks and organizations. Why? Because they hired their presidents to work for INX. I'm like, this is fucking genius. You don't have to hire a bunch of JP Morgan people. Just hire the senior vice president, for God's sakes, right? Saves you a lot of money, doesn't it? You just hire the best. You find, you used to work at the Gibraltar Stock Exchange for that government. Come over here. You used to run Canada's stock exchange. Come over here. You used to work at Morgan Stanley. Used to be the vice president of global. Come over here. Work for us. Are you seeing what's going on with this crypto? I'm like, dude, this is what you need. You don't need a whole bunch of people. You need one person that knows the regulators. These people know the regulators because they are the regulators. They used to work there at those jobs. This little crypto is being set up. I'm just letting you know one day, okay? We'll go back and we'll watch the show. That was Crypto Hulk talk about INX back then. That's how this crypto is now worth $1, $5, $10. This crypto is worth $100. Crypto Hulk was showing us when it was 0.003. Fuck, I should have got into it then. Yeah, you should have. But it's okay. It's all right. It's okay for you to miss out. I'm going to click out of those articles. Now, here's their website here. Let me do a copy and a paste for you. Chris Gatta. What does good old Chrissy boy have to say? Thank you very much, Chris, for the tax-free donation. Chris says $500 membership is incredible. He 3x'd today. More tips coming. Thank you. You know, that's what it's all about there, buddy. Chris Guerra says he 3x'd and he's like over multiple cryptos that he's gotten. Right. You pay the money. You get notified early on trading. I text everybody all at once. And it's all random. I'll start at a list, right? I get on my phone about 10 minutes for the show and just give you the crypto's name and the contract ID and start sending them off. Sometimes I got people bitching, I was notified late. And sometimes they're early. It just depends on where you are on my phone queue, man. It's not a list. It's just depending on where you fall in that particular day. I got one person will be bitching at me one day that they got notified late. And then somebody else, oh, man, I was first today. I don't know. It's just whenever it comes up, all right? That's just how it goes. All right. Got John Follett in there. Okay, we're at 37-minute mark. Let me click out of that. Okay, there's their website. I think I sent that to you. And if not, I'll do it again just because Zoltar is here for you. What do you seek? Okay, there's their way. You can go on their website, check it out. Check it out. Next. There's that one. Clicking out. All right, next article we're going to go over is about Indonesia. You guys, I'm just telling you, they had all this shit ready with Ripple Singapore. They're making it look like it's going to slowly roll out. Look, you're not rich today or tomorrow in crypto, all right? What I'm seeing based on the evidence that I found, let me do a copy and a paste. Chris Gatta. What does Christopher have to say? Insight X, 18X last time at this current price. Oh, shit. You know, if this crypto breaks through, I'm not looking at the chart. Let me look at the deck screener on the INX crypto. Hold on there. Nobody go anywhere. Oh, let me type in. There we go. Deck screener. INX. Let's look at the history on this. INX, Insight X, last four of the token are 78 Charlie Frank. Let's take it back 6 months. Let's take it back a year, 5 year. Okay. The last time, this ain't bad. The last time this crypto got so high, okay, it was back in June, the 2nd of June. Now, before then, if this crypto goes up any more this INX goes up anymore, we will break a record and take it all the way back to April of 2024. Almost a year and 3 months ago, it was never as high. And we're starting getting close to all-time highs with this crypto right now. We got to take it back to March, April 2024. And that crypto was at 0.009. So we're about a little over halfway there. We're about 60% to all-time high right now with this crypto. Yep. So we bumped this thing a good amount, but and who cares about the all-time high? Look, just get a piece of this crypto, okay? Get a piece and hold on. With all these fucking VIP people working there, they're not there sitting around playing tiddlywinks, okay? Crypto Hawk, what is tiddlywinks? Just some stupid fucking game that I hated in the 70s, okay? Just get some kind of exposure. Throw $100 in there and just wait. Because I'm telling you, this is one of these cryptos that 3-4 months later, when we start getting regulations coming in, this thing's not 0.003. I'm just letting you know. You don't have all of these regulators and VPs, senior vice president shit. You don't have all these people going to work for INX for nothing. You've got the top people, not these dumb shits, and none of these no-name people. These people all have positions. I was tired of reading off all the names of the titles of these people. How do you work? How do you afford to pay them with a crypto platform where your crypto is 0.005 right now, almost 0.006, almost doubled? How do you afford to pay somebody? There's something going on. That's why I had to hit the bullshit meter. This company is setting up for something massive. With all these regulators working for them, come on. That's why I had to just show you, get a piece of this crypto. Just let it wait, okay? Let's go to Indonesia now. And I'm going to show you what's going on there. That's already been planned out. Ripple, Indonesia. Here's the article, in case you just walked in the door. Now, let me show you some evidence first. We're going to have dessert before we have dinner, okay? I know that your mother wouldn't let you do that. Oh, my mom was cool with that. She'd break out an 8-ball during dinner and smoke that shit in front of us. But you shut up. Okay. I'm showing you a video first. Go to the 24-second mark. 24-second mark. What do you see right here? Ripple, Indonesia. What date do you see right there? Oh, it has a copyright. It has a little C for copyright there. 2015 PT. Ripple Solusi, SOLUSI, Technology, TEKNOLOGI. What is this, Crypto Hulk? Just what the fuck you think it is. Ripple was in Indonesia hooking them up 10 years ago. There's your evidence right there, 10 years ago, okay? Now, let's go to the article, and I told you so, okay? We go to this article here, and you got Indonesia and Japan. Oh, by the way, Japan. Let me show you dessert before dinner again. Here's evidence that Ripple was in Japan hooking them up. No other channel knows this stuff, just Crypto Hulk, okay? That's how we do it on Crypto Hulk Show. I spend my whole life finding cool, cooler, and coolest, says Mr. OG. So here's a video here I just sent you. Go to the 59 second mark, 5 fucking 9 second mark. What do we see right here? Well, look where it shows 2014, 8/29, 2014. It says important. It's red and it says important. We have switched our main trading account. Well, that's interesting. To Sumishi SBI Bank. Oh, this looks like, they're talking about a Ripple wallet down below. Wait a second, Crypto Hulk. What are they talking about trading for? I'm looking at SBI Bank. Well, that's a Ripple partner. Nobody knows. I mean, everybody knows SBI is a Ripple partner, but nobody knows it goes back to 2014. This relationship with SBI and Ripple didn't make it public until 2016-17. Well, wait a second, Crypto Hulk. How do you have Ripple in 2014 already partnered up with SBI Bank in Japan? Ripple, Crypto Hulk, this is just straight. Wait, Crypto Hulk, what is a beta version? What is a beta version of a Ripple wallet? Ripple doesn't have wallets, Crypto Hulk. Oh, it doesn't? I've only been showing you this for about 3 years now. Crypto Hulk channel is the only channel that's been showing you Ripple already has a wallet. Ripple already has a crypto exchange. It's called Ripple Singapore 2013-14. No other channel is able to find Crypto Hulk's deep dive. That's how we do it on this fucking show. What I'm trying to show you is this, okay? Ripple is the government. Ripple is the top 5 families of the world. You have been fooled. Unless you watch Crypto Hulk show. You're going to these Ripple conferences. You're wearing the David Schwartz t-shirts and stuff. That's embarrassing. The government people are looking at you and saying, we've got the normies fooled. That's why Crypto Hulk channel is the most heavily shadow banned channel on the internet with cryptocurrency. There's nobody that has evidence like Crypto Hulk channel. Why? Because I want you to have the best. I don't make a channel and half-ass it. I spend all my fucking time on this channel to give you the absolute deepest dives and best information so you can see shit before it happens. That's what we do. We're prepared on this channel. We're looking here, SBI Bank, working with Ripple. They're trading. It's a trading account. Ripple's been, I've told you already, they've been trading Ripple on the liquidity exchange and all that shit. They've been trading gold, silver, stocks, bonds, everything. It's all done. It's all done. 12 years ago, all this shit has been done. No other channel's telling you that. These people, when you watch these other crypto channels, it's like Entertainment Tonight or you're watching some kind of gossip show or something, right? And here's what's happening. No. And it's like, dude, are you serious? That's not going to help me make money. What I'm showing you here is this is all tied in together so you know what companies. Here's the article again. Let me try to get started with this article. You guys keep distracting me. Okay, last article here. Indonesia and Japan, they launch a cross-border what? QR payment system. Look at them up there on stage, everybody in the article. They're keeping all this a big secret from you. Talking about Japan and payments. They're weaving threads of Indonesia, Japan payments connectivity. Look at that. They're not saying one word about Ripple. I just showed you. Ripple, there's Ripple Trade Japan and all this stuff, but I just showed you how Ripple is working. They have a Ripple wallet. They're working with Japan's SBI Bank. This shit's already been done. Jakarta, Indonesia and Japan on Monday officially launched a cross-border digital payment system. Really? They launched a cross-border payment system, did they? I wonder what payment system that could be. Fuck. You know what? I should watch the Crypto Hulk show. Maybe I'd figure this shit out. I love this article because the common people have no idea. People that are in crypto right now have no idea. What I just showed you, the evidence I just showed you, nobody on the internet has all that. Nobody except me, okay? You are privileged. You are on the best crypto deep dive channel because the reason why is because we have evidence here no other channel has. I'm reading an article and I'm laughing my arse off because on Monday, Jakarta and Japan launched a cross-border digital. Gee, I wonder what fucking system that could be. Notice how they're not telling you what it is? We know what it is. I just showed you the evidence of that. This goes back 10, 12 years ago. They're pretending, they're waving. Hey, everybody. These motherfuckers, he's like, these motherfuckers they don't even know it's about XRP. Oh, you better be lucky you're on this channel. I'm proud to be on this channel. I'm proud to show you this information. It's tough to get my news. I'm telling you, it takes so much fucking work. The system known as what? QRIS, Quick Response Indonesian Standard. It's a quick response, huh? Well, it better be a quick response. These motherfucking Indonesians have been working on this shit for 10 years with Ripple. It's in Indonesia, became operational. Oh my God, you guys. August 17th, 2025. Japan and Indonesia are officially utilizing a cross-border digital payment system. They're not telling anybody. That's what I'm here for. That's why I love this fucking job. Everybody, you've got world governments now officially using a cross-border digital payment system. This is so amazing. Like, it's coming, everybody. It's all starting to fall into place. You're watching it here on Crypto Hulk Show. You're watching history unfold. When did some of the first companies or countries use Crypto Hulk? Well, on August 28th, 2025, Crypto Hulk read an article and showed evidence. Crypto Hulk showed how Japan and Indonesia are now using a cross-border digital payment system. Crypto Hulk then utilized his evidence that no other channels have and showed us that Ripple was a partner with Indonesia in 2015 and Japan and SBI Bank in 2014. Oh, shit. Bank Indonesia governor, his name is Perry Warjivo, said the initiative, what he meant to say is the Ripple platform follows similar partnerships already in place with Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. Oh my God, you guys, it's all coming together. Remember, I told you Asia is going to hook up. You got to get Africa hooked up too. United States will come last. The United States is worrying about diversity, equity, and inclusion, while the rest of the world's hooking up with crypto to make them rich. We're worried about guys dressed up as girls. Let's keep going, because this shit in America, we got so many fucking stupid-ass people in this country. Japanese Finance Minister Katsunobu Kato underscored the importance of the initiative amid rapid globalization. Oh, shit. Rapid globalization and Asia's growing economic weight. Remember Ripple China? Oh, shit. Let me show new people here. This is already done, everybody. All this technology shit, they've already tested it and it's done. What are they doing? What's this article doing now? They're telling you. They're telling you what they're doing. They've been hiding this for about 11 or 12 years. Now they're finally showing you. They're not showing you everything that they're doing, because they'd talk about Ripple and then that price would fucking go to $100, okay? They're keeping all of this a secret, everybody, except Crypto Hulk channel. I've got a big fucking mouth, and that's why these platforms hate my guts, because I'm going to show you the truth, and I don't care if I get paid sponsorships and da-da-da. Fuck all that shit. I'm just going to tell the truth how it is, and that's how I do it. Now, here is Ripple China. No one's done anything like this except Crypto Hulk. If you go to the 32-second mark, what am I showing you? I'm showing you a portion of the Ripple customer list, 2013, 2014. No other channel has. This is the customer list. I can click on these links and stuff, and I got the goods, okay? No other channel knows. Next, go to the 36-second mark. 36-second mark. What do we got here? Ripple China. Ripple was in China when? 2013. What? 12 years ago, everybody. You ever hear that from David Schwartz? Have you ever heard that at a Ripple conference? Have you? No. Hey, why don't you ask David Schwartz next time you see him, and Brad Garlinghouse, hey, what was Ripple doing in China in 2013? You guys sent over Justin Sun, right? The guy that started Tron Crypto. He used to work at Ripple. You sent over Justin Sun. Hey, David Schwartz, can you please tell us how Ripple got authority to go into China to make their CNY, which is their Chinese yuan? How did you guys get authority to build a Chinese crypto system in 2013? David, could you answer that question? Right? And you know what? You would not get a response. Oh, yeah, we are under a non-disclosure agreement. Have you ever heard any other channel talk about this? No. These people are clueless, all right? That's why I'm going over this Indonesia article, and the article's done, but I just wanted to show you they're talking about Japan and Indonesia now openly admitting they're using a cross-border crypto platform to send money. And then Crypto Hulk shows you both. I'm not going to show you all the evidence. I don't got time for that. It's pretty much time's up for the show. I'm showing the evidence that they're now rolling out in Asia. I'm going to just say XRP, XLM, and XDC technology on crypto platforms. Okay. Now, they're all going to use the XRP ledger. Everybody. Why? Because I already showed you the Interledger Protocol. Okay. In 1997, the internet was invented and gifted to us. It was invented before that. I don't want to get into, it was probably invented in the 50s. In 1997, the internet, as you and me know it today, was released to the world. It wasn't until 2015 that Ripple and the two people that worked there, Evan Schwartz, Stefan Thomas. Evan Schwartz is David Schwartz's brother. Evan Schwartz and Stefan Thomas created something called the Interledger Protocol. It was put into the internet. When the internet was made, that was almost 20 years later. So in 1997, the internet was released to the world. There was a placeholder put in the internet. They wanted to have a payment kind of a system for the whole world. They didn't have the technology then. They released the internet in hopes that somebody one day would put, like you have a USB drive, they had a placeholder, and they hoped that somebody would stick a program of code into the internet as we know it today and have a one world payment system. That's XRP. That was done in 2015. That's 18 years after the internet was invented. Are you aware of this? The Interledger Protocol was given to the World Wide Web Association, and they took that code and put it into the internet, waiting for the day when everybody would utilize the internet with XRP. And that's just the beginning of the story. These other channels have no fucking clue, all right? Watch them for entertainment purposes and shit. When you want great cryptos that are real cheap, brand new companies that are real cheap with zeros in front of them, instead of buying XRP at $3 like a fucking asshat, you can get into cryptos that have vice presidents and senior vice presidents and former SEC regulators and shit. You can buy cryptos like that. And for like, what, maybe 100 to 200 bucks, maybe you pick up 50,000 of them or something. I don't know. It's insanely cheap. Okay. And with that, I think we'll call it a wrap for this AM program. Let's see. I think that'll be it. All right. Thanks for showing up. I'm going to go do some stuff here and then look for a PM show if I could find one. And other than that, I hope your day goes well.